What is up, everybody? Jester here, and today I'm going to show you how to find that elusive exotic ship that you've been searching for. No time to waste, let's get started. When I go hunting for exotics, I try to go into tier 3 systems. Now, it's not necessary to do this, but I do this because if I see another ship that I might want to grab up, the probability of it being in an S class or a higher class is better in tier 3 than it is in tier 2, and S class doesn't exist other than the exotic in a tier 1. But that doesn't mean you can't hunt for exotics in tier 1 or tier 2 or even pirate systems for that matter. The first thing you're going to do once you get into the new system, whatever one it is you choose, is head over to the space station. From there, you're going to hop out of your ship, go into and reload the restore point. This is going to reset all the spawns in the system because you've now entered the system, and that sets up the timing. Once you do that, it usually takes between 30 seconds to a minute, and ships will start to come in. Now, you're not going to necessarily get one on the first wave. If you do, you've become very lucky. And that would be wonderful if that system had, first wave spawns. But typically it takes some time. And you just know that if you're looking for an exotic, you're probably going to be in for the long haul. And there's really no way around that. But it's random. Sometimes it could spawn in first wave, sometimes second, sometimes 100th. It's hard to tell. Another way you can see more ships per hour is to go out and scan for a trade outpost with your economy scanner. This will point you in the direction of where you can come in. Ships tend to take off and land and take off and land more quickly at these trade outposts than they do at the space stations. And basically what you want to do is the same thing. Hop out of your ship, reload the restore point, and this will reset all the spawns for ships in the system. Now that we're ready for business, I like to pop up to the top of the trade outpost and just perch up. And basically this is where the waiting game begins. These ships are going to spawn pretty quickly as they land and then take off. And there'll only be 4 at a time. So just keep that in mind. And you just need to be vigilant and keep an eye out for that exotic when it spawns. It could happen in 5 minutes. It could be hours. So just remember, you could plop down a base computer and come back to this at some point, reset your spawn, and start over. A lot of people do that. And it depends on the time you have for gaming. But also know you can pick up different ships here. If you find one in S-Class that you like, you could always pick it up. And this was an undiscovered area for me. Another big thing to remember is to bring plenty of stuff for your hazard protection. In this case, we're on a cold planet, so dioxide, but you could also use ion batteries because you're going to be out in the cold probably for a while, or in the hot, or whatever it might be. So just be prepared for the long haul when you get here. Another thing that's probably going to happen to you if you spend any amount of time in one place are these weird little pirate attacks that they force you into. You're going to have to take care of these. So just hop in your ship and try to stay close to the trade outpost so you don't get lost where you're at. And I just turn on the positron ejector and basically melt these guys as quickly as I can and then get back down. And hopefully you're not going to miss your spawn as this happens, because that would kind of suck at this point. So it's just a distraction from the peaceful ship hunting that most people are here to do. But again, it's not too difficult to get through this, so just get them done and get landed as quickly as you can. And sometimes hunting these things just stinks. At about the 45-minute mark, I noticed a ship coming out of the terrain, which is a whole nother issue. But it was a ship that I hadn't seen before, and sure enough, it was the exotic. And sadly, we had 4 spawns, so I had to watch it fly away. It was so deflating. I couldn't help but watch it go all the way up. Luckily for me, it was only about another 20 minutes when I saw it come flying in again. And I was a little concerned here because there was 3 ships. And as soon as I saw it turn, it made me super happy. So I knew it was coming in. And this style of ship isn't really my cup of tea, but a lot of people like this style. I prefer the smaller ones myself, kind of like my last laugh ship. But if this is your thing, by all means, pick it up. I was so excited it finally came in. Took about an hour to get it in. I hit the scanner on accident. But you buy these ships just the same as you buy any other starship, by just going up to the pilot, and it says negotiate, but you can't really negotiate with them. It'd be a lot cooler if you could. Yeah, this one was kind of middling at best at 20,900,000 units. It did have an X-Class shield upgrade in it. I didn't check to see how good it was, but that does bring up the value a little bit. And for the sake of the video, I'm going to go ahead and purchase this one, and then I'm going to take it up to the space station and scrap it, because this is probably still the best method at this point to get storage augmentations, is by taking A-class and S-class ships and just scrapping them. Although I will say that I have been getting quite a few storage augmentations through my frigate missions here lately, and each one of them matter, because I do still want to get a couple more ships and upgrade them, but I only have a couple of slots left. I think I have 10 right now. So, but this is the best method for getting that. And just know that once everything is scrapped, you're going to make some of your money back. You're going to take a bit of a loss, but you will get at least one storage augmentation out of an S-class. And in this case, we got 3 S-class upgrades, which saves us some nanites down the road. Now, I know that a lot of people like to go out and do their own exploration and find their own ships, and I'm 100% here for that. But I know there's also a crowd that would like to narrow down this search because they've got limited time. Well, let me show you a system where you can make that happen. This is the No Man's Sky Coordinate Exchange, and I've spoken about this before. The link's going to be down in the description. A wonderful place where people have come to share their discoveries, and inside of there is an app that you can actually refine a search. Here we're going to look for exotics, and then I'm going to change the color to blue, and then you just hit the search. And all you have to do is go in, and you can find about whatever ship you want to. So at this point, you can then portal to that system so long as you have portal access, and just find the ship you're looking for. This will take the guesswork out of jumping to a random system and hoping you find the right color or the right style. But again, a lot of people love the exploration of it, so I don't want to take anything away from them, but I also value everyone's time. So if you want to be a little more refined in your search, this would be how you would do it. The one problem I find with the Coordinate Exchange is that a lot of these things are a little bit older. So what I like to do is go back into the main page sometimes and just search for whatever I'm looking for. And then I like to sort that search from newest to oldest. Even within the last 3 or 4 months, a lot of the things that used to spawn in places don't spawn anymore. And another thing to take into consideration here is to always check the galaxy. Some of these will be from Isentum or Calypso, and you're not going to find it at the portal coordinates if you're in Euclid. So just take that with a grain of salt, and happy hunting. Now that you know how to go out and do this on your own, and you know how to go to Reddit and get some help, there is another method that has a whole lot of merit. And what if I told you could get these exotics for free? You got to be kind of lucky, but you can get them for free. If you take navigational data to the cartographer, which is the booth nearest to the station portal, and pick these up, the emergency cartographic datas, you can actually go back out into space and then set this off. And it's going to lead you to one of a few things, one of which can potentially be a crashed ship. All you can really do is go out and plot the route and just check out and see what you get. In this case, it's a distress signal, and we're going to fly on over and see what we get. And once I got to the ground, I realized it wasn't what I was looking for, but I'm not all that disappointed, because what we can do is claim this for absolutely free, take it up and scrap it, and we're going to end up getting augmentations and money. So this is not a bad deal at all. Just fix up the pulse engine and the launch thrusters, maybe the shields if you want to. But again, good source of income, especially early game. But if you get really lucky, you might find something like this. This is an exotic. It is the squid ship. And I'm going to end up taking this as one of my own. It's yet another ship I have to upgrade. But it is what it is. Very, very lucky on this find. And you guys can do it too, all for the price of free. If you just pick up that navigational data every time you're at space stations, you get them for nothing. And I'm not making this up. Right as I set up to shoot the outro for this, this guy shows up right behind me as I'm setting up. It's a really nice looking gray and black Royal Exotic. And yeah, this is on the same planet as my animal farm. The portal coordinates are there in the bottom left. So if you guys are interested in coming to get this one, it does spawn here. For me, this was about 4th or 5th wave. You can't really predict a 4th or a 5th wave spawn. So anybody tells you they can, they're not really telling you the truth. But this one came in pretty quick for me. So definitely come on by and find you a trading post. Pick this up if you're interested. And there you have it. Multiple ways to find your exotic ship. Hopefully this helped you folks out. And if it did, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel, because we got tons more No Man's Sky coming up. Till next time, folks, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you soon. Bye.